So this is the second question on one sample t-test that we will be solving. As you know, what is one sample t-test? In one sample t-test, what is the function? One sample t-test, we are comparing that the mean of the sample is equal to the mean of the population. This is mean of population and this is mean of sample. We have to compare that mean of the sample is equal to mean of the population. Okay, so what is the question given over here? A consumer group is investigating a producer of diet meals to examine if its pre-packaged meals actually contain the advertised 6 ounces of protein in each package. Means what? मतलब क्या है? सिंपल, जो कोई भी मैन्युफैक्चरर है वो बोलता है कि मेरे पैकेट के अंदर 6 ounces ऑफ प्रोटीन है, कि माय पैकेट कंटेन्स 6 ounces ऑफ प्रोटीन्स. नाउ द रिसर्चर्स वांट टू चेक कि वो बंदा सच बोल रहा है कि गलत बोल रहा है कि झूठ बोल रहा है. ठीक है, हाउ कैन दे चेक? दे कैन चेक इट बाय डूइंग सम एक्सपेरिमेंट्स. ओके, सो what is the manufacturer saying? Manufacturer is saying कि my whatever product I am manufacturing, it contains 6 ounces of protein. So what did the researchers do? The researchers took many samples. How many samples did they take? They took a total of 20 samples and they checked the amount of protein in each of these 20 samples. Okay, all the values are given. So that is that. The number of samples is 20. The level of significance is 5. The population mean is 6. They have given us the population mean 6. And what is the degrees of freedom? Like I told you, degree of freedom is number of samples minus 1. So our number of samples in this case is 20. So our degree of freedom is what? Degree of freedom is 20 minus 1 is equal to 19. Okay. So this is all our given data. Now how to perform one sample t-test? What is the first step? First step is always to write the null hypothesis and the alternate hypothesis. What is the null hypothesis? The null hypothesis states that there is no significant difference between mean of the sample and mean of the population. Right? What does it mean? कि null hypothesis हम लोग ऐसा assume करेंगे कि वो जो बंदा बोल रहा है वो सच बोल रहा है, कि whatever the advertiser is saying कि मेरे प्रोडक्ट के अंदर 6 ounces ऑफ मीट है वो सच है. ओके, दैट इज व्हाट वी विल एज्यूम. एंड व्हाट इज द अल्टरनेट हाइपोथेसिस? अल्टरनेट हाइपोथेसिस इज कि वो झूठ बोल रहा है, कि द पैकेज डज नॉट कंटेन 6 ounces ऑफ प्रोटीन. इट मे बी हायर, इट मे बी लोअर. ओके, so this is our null hypothesis and our alternate hypothesis. So what is the next step? We can draw the table, right? So in this case we are drawing the table just like the last time. What are the things in the table? First is all the x values, right? Write all the x values. Then what is the second step? Do addition of all these x values. Whatever is the addition of the x values, you write it over here. Okay, whatever is the addition of all these x values, you write it over here. Then what you have to do? You have to find the mean of the samples. You have to find the mean of the samples, right? Mean of the samples is what? X bar. X bar is what? Summation x upon n. So this is your summation x 107.9 divided by number of samples. What is the number of samples? We are taking 20 samples now. So we divide 107.9 by 20. What is the average value that we get? Average value we get is 5.395. So this is the mean of our samples, right? Now based on this, some of you might say कि अरे advertiser is saying that his packaging contains 6 ounces. But in our research, it has been found that it contains only 5.395 ounces. So what the packager is saying is wrong. No, we cannot say like this. Why? Because this error might be because of some kind of a sampling error, right? So to ensure that this is not because of sampling error, we have to perform the t-test. ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते 10 सैंपल लेके तुम लोग लाख पर सैंपल्स का नहीं बोल सकते. Okay, so to do that we have to perform t-test. So what is the formula for t-test? We have seen in the last sum also. The formula for t-test is what? T value is equal to square root of n divided by s. Right? This is the formula for our t value. And what is the value of s? S is right. These are the formulas that we have to use. So we will put these formulas to use right now. So here we have, first of all, what do we have to find? We have to find the value of s. To find the value of s, what is the formula? Square root of summation x minus x bar the whole square divided by n minus 1. From where are we going to get this x minus x bar the whole square? We are going to get it from this table, right? We are going to get that value from this table. So what do we do over here? Over here, we first find out the mean of the sample. Then we do x minus this mean. So first what we will do, 5.1 minus 5.395. So we will get minus 0.295. 4.9 minus 5.395. So we will get this value. 6 minus 5.395. So we will get this value. This is x minus x bar. What is the next step? We have to square these values. ये वैल्यू का स्क्वायर करेंगे तो ये आएगा, ये वैल्यू का स्क्वायर करेंगे तो ये आएगा. If we do square of this value, then we will get this. Okay, so this is how we will get the values, all the values. Then what do? We do summation of x minus x bar the whole square. We do addition of all these values, and the addition of all these values came out to be 5.7895. Okay, so from this what did we get? From this we got x bar is equal to 5.395, and we got summation x minus x bar the whole square is equal to 5.7895. Now these values we can use in our formula, right? These values we can use in our formula. X bar will be used over here, and this value summation x minus x bar the whole square will be used over here. N is 20, so n is 20. S is what? S is this value. We will calculate it. So that is what we have done over here. We have calculated the value of s. Just substitute this value in this form, in this formula, and put n is equal to 20 because there are 20 samples. Then we will get the value of s. Then we will find out the value of t. Just substitute this value that we just found over here. X bar we know from here. Mu we know. Mu is what? Mu is the average that the person has told us. He has told us 6 ounces. So mu is 6 and number of samples is 20. So substituting those values, we get the value of t. This is the value of t that we got. And what is the standard value of t? For finding out the standard value of t, we will have to go to our chart. So for going to our chart, what do we need? We need two things. We need degree of freedom and we need level of significance. So level of significance is 5%. They have told us. And what is the degree of freedom? Degree of freedom is n minus 1, where n is the number of samples. So 19. So we will look at our chart. We are doing two-tailed test. In two-tailed test, we are doing a 5% level of significance, and in that we are doing 19. Our degree of freedom is 19 because our number of samples is 20, right? So we will go down and we will take a line from here, and where they intersect, this is our value. What is our value? 2.093, right? So our standard t value is 2.093. So just a minute, right? So our standard value is 2.093. Now what is our calculated value? Calculated value is 4.902. Now our calculated value is much greater than our standard value. Because our calculated value is greater than our standard value, it means that we have to reject the null hypothesis. Okay, if calculated value is greater than standard value, then we reject the null hypothesis, right? And what was our null hypothesis? that x bar is equal to mu. मतलब हम लोग बोल रहे थे कि बाबा बंदा सच बोल रहा है कि 6 ounces प्रोटीन रहता है उसके इसमें, but we are rejecting it, right? So by rejecting it, what does it mean? That protein content in the pre-packaged meals is different than the advertised amount. Advertised amount कितना है? 6 ounces, but actually वो 6 ounces नहीं है. Okay, ounce is like a measure of weight. It is like a measure of weight. But we can definitely say that protein content is not equal to 6 ounces. And what does the p-value mean? P-value means this, the value that we just found. See over here. Now p-value over here, what is the t value that we have got? T value is 4.902. So to find out the p-value, what we will do, see, we will go over here. I will explain the p-value afterwards in detail, but just to show you, for 19, see, this is the reading. So values are increasing in this side. I will just take it down a bit, or I'll just close this. Okay, values are increasing in this side. So 4.902 will be somewhere over here. I will explain the p-value to you afterwards, don't worry. But it is somewhere over here. So it is what? See over here, what is happening? The alpha is going on decreasing, 1, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. So the p-value is less than 0.001. 0.001 means what? 0.1%. Na? So the p-value is less than 4.902. I will explain this p-value concept afterwards also. So if you have not understood it, don't worry. I will explain it afterwards. So this was the second sum on one sample t-test. After this, we will solve this in tomorrow's lecture, and we will see these two sums in the next two videos. Okay. So thank you.